Tonight in a primetime speech to the nation, President Biden made the case for extra wartime aid to Israel and Ukraine.
Yeah, Mr. Biden says Americans will be safer if we strengthen our allies as they fight terrorists in the Middle East and Russia in Ukraine. The price tag is unprecedented, $100 billion. KCAL News reporter Lauren Pozen is here now with more on the president's address tonight. Lauren.
Well, Pat and Juan, in the 15-minute speech by the president, he made it clear that America's leadership is needed now more than ever before. In fact, he drew comparisons between Israel and the Ukraine and why both need our financial support and help, something he warns, if not done, could become an issue of national security.
America is a beacon to the world.
On the heels of a wartime visit to Israel following the Hamas attacks, President Biden made a case to the American people and Congress.
Hamas and Putin represent different threats, but they share this in common. They both want to completely annihilate a neighboring democracy, completely annihilate it.
Political science professor Jack Pitney says explaining to the American people why they should be concerned about events thousands of miles overseas is a challenge for any president.
He gave an answer similar to what past presidents have said, that what happens overseas will reach our shores.
To combat that threat, Biden announced a security package of $100 billion in supplemental funding, including billions of wartime aid for Israel and Ukraine to stop Hamas and Putin.
The risk of conflict and chaos could spread in other parts of the world, in the Indo-Pacific, in the Middle East, especially in the Middle East.
The wartime aid package comes at a time when the House is in disarray with no House Speaker. KCAL News legal contributor Jessica Levinson says that means help might not be available right away.
We know that Congress controls the purse strings, and they're going to need to do that. What the president said to us tonight is we need money and we need it now, and that people are in dire need in the Ukraine and in Israel, and that it's incumbent upon us to help.
Biden also spoke on the issues back home.
We must, without equivocation, denounce anti-Semitism. We must also, without equivocation, denounce Islamophobia.
Typically, the president doesn't address foreign policy at home.
A lot of his critics were condemning him for a passive approach to world affairs, but this showed stature, and it showed no small measure of physical courage.
And from the Oval Office, the president left Americans with this.
We're the United States of America, the United States of America, and there is nothing beyond our capacity if we do it together.
And Biden reiterated that he will not send American soldiers to fight in Ukraine. He says the country just needs help. And he actually drew comparisons to World War II, saying our workers are building an arsenal of democracy. The president also made it very clear that Israel was not responsible for the Gaza bombing. Pat?
All right, thank you for that, Lauren.